The jury is no longer sequestered.
Right now, members of the winning team are police say the new development.
In an industry like television news where longevity is counted in years, meeting a journalist who's not only been doing it for decades, but has changed how it's done, well, that just doesn't happen very often. Monique Braxton has cemented her place in Philadelphia TV news history. Fierce determination, grace under pressure, and good old-fashioned journalistic chops are just some of the reasons for Monique's success. It doesn't look like she's slowing down anytime soon.
Monique Braxton, NBC 10 News.
Monique Braxton was born in Washington, D.C. She credits her mother, a teacher and a civil rights leader, as an inspiration for covering Philadelphia schools as a reporter. After graduating from Virginia Commonwealth University, Monique took her first job on air as an anchor and reporter for WRVA in Richmond, Virginia, where she dug deep into that state's politics. Her next stop was Hampton Roads, Virginia, where she was promoted to bureau chief at Wavy TV 10. The stories she covered became more complex, including the costly repairs after Hurricane Andrew and the Allen Iverson trial and prison sentence. The latter even landed her in the critically acclaimed Iverson documentary. After time in Washington, D.C., where she worked side by side with her childhood idols, MSNBC came calling. Viewers across the country turned to Monique for major national stories: the Clinton scandal and impeachment, the death of JFK Jr., and the Egypt Air crash, to name just a few. Fast forward to 2000 when Monique walked in the front doors of NBC 10. A new chapter started for both her and the station. Immediately, viewers connected with Monique. As an anchor and reporter, she covered the most impactful events in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. This continues today. In the community, Monique has become a voice for countless organizations, whether it's hosting events, organizing fundraisers, or campaigning for those who need it most. She is committed to making a positive impact. When an interview is tough to get, when stories need an experienced journalist to step in and tell the story the way it should be, with respect and reverence for the families involved, one sentence is sure to be said in the NBC 10 newsroom: put Monique on it. Monique, what a great honor for you and your family. It is well deserved. I'll tell you one thing that I've learned from you over the years as we've worked together. You always pronounce words and enunciate words perfectly. Your diction is so good. And I just want to thank you for the way that you've taught me that simple thing. Without ever teaching me, I just watch you. It is always perfect. You're the best. Congratulations. Welcome to the Hall.
Monique, congratulations. This award is well deserved.
You deserve every bit of this honor tonight, and I wish you all the best going forward.
Congratulations, Monique. You're a warm and caring person, and those qualities come through on every story you tell.
Monique always finds a way to get the job done.
You always got the interview. Congratulations, Monique. Enjoy.
Please welcome Monique Braxton into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
So much of that was a surprise. I want to thank the Academy. No, I'm just kidding. I want to thank the Board of Directors, the governing board of the Broadcast Pioneers. Thank you so much for recognizing my performance and my passion for sharing people's stories. So often the people are folks who don't often get a voice. Thank you for my extraordinary teammates here from NBC 10, our assistant news director, Kathleen Giroux. I don't think I've ever seen you on camera, Kathleen. That's wonderful. Evening executive producer, Richard Washington III. Anchors, Tracy Davidson, Jacqueline London, and our sales teammates that I only see on email, Greg Laurie and Sarah Akrami, that I just met tonight. Also, I saw someone whose shoulders I stood on, Luann Kahn. Luann, are you still here in the room tonight? She blazed that trail for so many people, including me. I also applaud the other honorees tonight. This is the third time that Natasha and I have been honored together, and I couldn't be more tickled to be honored with her. We've been honored just tremendously, and I love it. I only wish that my mom were here to see this, because I have my mother's voice. And she would treasure the fact that a historic organization recognized a Virginia girl who loves Philadelphia. It's remarkable to have my 92-year-old father here with me. It's just remarkable. Daddy, thank you for your encouragement and love that has sustained me throughout my career. I want to acknowledge my son. I had the baby shortly after I got here, so some of you haven't seen him since he was a baby. Despite the crazy hours, he has developed a love for writing as well as his love for sports, and he just left the basketball court, took a quick shower, and met me at the door here. I have to thank my hubby. When we were planning to participate in the program, I said to him, I'd like to invite a few of my community peeps, as I call them. And he said, okay, we'll get one table. And then I said, really, I need 2 tables. And he said, okay, I'm in. So tonight, I'm so honored to have 23 of my community folks with me tonight. And I just want to thank them. My cousin, Reverend Andre, who came from New York City, he came to DC when I was in high school looking for a job as a DJ. Well, he became a minister, but he ignited the broadcasting spark in me. So I want to thank him for coming down this evening. Also joining me, my extended family, attorney Robert Datner, his legal aide Megan. Robbie has been one of my husband's best friends since kindergarten at Penn Charter. They're just young kids, though. And not one assignment would be possible without the best photographers in the city. I did not know what they were going to say on tape for me, and they were really kind, considering the fact I have led them into areas that we should not go to. I have led them in dark alleys and hallways that we should not be in. And tonight here are Petey Kane, Bruce Ryan, and Gary Watson is on his way. Someone else who's also on her way is NBC's social media executive, Sarah Glover. She's also president of the National Association of Black Journalists. I see you, Gary. I see you out there. Gary was working on the weather department tonight, so I'm happy to have you here. So often, I do the news that nobody wants to talk about. And I'm invited into homes when no one really wants to see me. One person who has paved the way, a valuable liaison, is Dorothy Johnson Spite of Mothers in Charge. So she's here tonight. I call these next group of men and women my force on the force. I won't say last names because these are some sources, and I do not want you all to know my sources. The journalists in the room understand. Chief Brand, Staff Inspector Dave, Lieutenant John, as well as Captain Anita. Thank you for all that you do to make me successful. Shortly after I transferred here from MSNBC, an attorney told me, hey, you're going to be known because of your job, but more importantly, you'll be known because of your work in the community and your associations, the people that you know. The first people to invite me to MC a program and help raise money for sickle cell research, Darlene and Walter Logan. Thank you for joining us. Another philanthropist and woman who is also on the TV sometimes as much as I am, who has championed several causes, Renee Amore. Renee. Shortly after I got here, you introduced me to every Republican of every race in town to make sure I knew whom to talk to for RNC 2000. I couldn't thank you enough for doing that. We also have a few other treasured members of my community to share in this induction. Judge Lizette, Cheryl of Senator Casey's office, and Linda, my sorority sister and president of the Links chapter. They invited me to join prestigious women's organizations that do public service. And from there, I didn't build a Rolodex, I built a contact list. Rolodex is kind of dating us, if you know what I'm saying. They're my go-to people. When I need to do interviews in the community, that's who I call first. Also counted among my friends, Debbie Rosansky and Frankie Spence of Rosansky Physical Therapy. When I was in a car accident a couple of years ago and I had to do rehab, you made it most entertaining throughout the pain. And in this business, as someone else mentioned, we often see the best and the worst of people. When I have faced cruelty, I've done so with courage and hope because of my BFFs, Alicia, Monica, and Pam. Thank you so much for including me in this program, for inducting me in the Broadcast Pioneers. Have a terrific holiday and be blessed.